Good evening, Huenant. We are going to find out from the Sowetans themselves which direction the country must take. You see, this is a very appropriate topic for the people of Soweto because it does not matter whether you are Zulu, you are Xhosa, Ndebele, Swazi, Mosotho, Motswana, Pedi, Mopedi, Afrikaner, whatever, you name it. Everybody's here in Soweto. So this topic is very, very appropriate for the people of Soweto, and I'd like to commend the Sowetan Dialogues for coming up with another provocative topic that is very relevant to all of us, particularly African people. As we know, we feel very passionate about these topics. So my panelists are made up of Nkosi Kolile Ndevu, who is a member of Contralesa, Ms. Tokom Konazikaluva, who is with the promotion of cultural rights, Mr. Stanley Maposa, who is with World Vision.
Well, looking at the definition of culture, this is not a lecture, but culture is a way of life. It's how we live, and how we live changes as time changes. Culture is dynamic, it is never static. I think the first speaker told us that we have people in Soweto here that have come all the way from rural communities and are staying here. And obviously our way of living when we are in this setup has changed completely from how it was when we were back home, Mtata or Mapumuli. And it has also changed in terms of time that you have spent living in this country and elsewhere where we've come from.
Our constitution is very clear. It recognizes our rights, our customs, on condition that they comply with the constitution.
All our cultural practices are relevant. The only issue that is arising is the abuse deliberately by some and the prejudice that those cultural practices then begin to affect and affect our own people. But however, I just want to state here that we are South Africans of particular origins, Swazi, Sotho, Pedi, Tswana, and so forth. Be proud of who you are. Don't be shy, don't be ashamed.
From International Leaders Organization. There is no one that is here in this house who's married that would not know that marriage itself has some elements of the desert at some point. But that does not necessarily make us to say, even though there are reactionary elements within the institution of marriage, but still we encourage our youth. One, there is a reasoning behind this. I am speaking this as not just a woman, but as a woman of substance who is highly conscious of my rights and the rights of the next person. Ngisho lokuthi uzile angeke kube into leyo nangabe umthetho ungakwenda kwesiqiniseko sokuthi sibeke sure ukuthi ema legislations la khuluma about ownership, property ownership, ayastraightenishwa alungiswe endlela ukuthi lo make losahloniphekile lozibile lovelele lishwa longeke alokwehleniwa nemateksi aphinda velela ngemangaba akwazi ukuthi aprotecteke lo yama. Because nasithi umake loshonelwe akangahlali ngaphambili eteksini njengabantu benzabuko asisho ukuthi we are trying to degrade that woman. Instead we are giving more dignity to this particular woman in respect, because as food ukuthi nangabe kuvela something iqale ngaye anyway. No, understand that. Singama Africa se Africa. Uma ngabe uthi wena uletha intuthuko eAfrica ayingadefine iWest, ayidefine ngem la eAfrica. So that ndokhona ukufundzisa mina ukuthi intuthuko letawuba right for mina I understand kungimi first and foremost. Then lokunye lotawudala kwase-America nase-Europe utawulandzela lokho kwami.
Okay.
Haona batho ba abuswa Chika mutwa me aperfuna. Kitswa mo especially lona ya taxi. I'm sorry kita bitsa ko batho ba mo di taxi. Kita ba specific ele batho ba di driver tsa masu. But how palami mo taxi ba go tile ko morao. Now I once asked them why am I supposed to sit at the back? And then they said to me, you're going to cause an accident. How? He didn't give me the answer. Then I said to him, how do you see that this man, and it's not going to make an exit, to cause an accident.
We are with African Cultural Heritage Trust. Indodi yazile mafowethu musani ukuthi engatisicindezelo mama sinendlela yethu ukuthi izinto zethu zenziwa secret kodwa lento esekuthi umama akagqoke indwangu emnyama kwekho kwethu lokho okwale phesheya yabona fanele sihlukanise yabona sinendlela yethu yokuzila ufuna ukhumbule na uzile usungazileli nje thina singabantu hey abantu bazothi kunento oyenza wazi kahle into ongayenza idlozi lami uzomphula nekaka.
Hi, igama ngusisiwe Mbalisizo Wabasukazi. I'm a UJ student, secondary in transportation management. I'm also part of a group called Imbabazane Cultural Group. La kuhlola khona intombi, la intombi zenzelwa umhlonyane khona, siphinde zibuliswe. I'm 24 years of age. This is a friend of mine, she's 28 this year, Senzile Umemulo. So I won't be too long. It's the 21st century. Yebo, we went to multiracial schools. Sifunda nabelungu, sifunda nani. But I think ukuhlola kweintombi kubalulekile ngendlela eyisimanga because in the times lezi esiphila kizo namhlanje kuyagqugquzela ukuyiphatha kwentombazana nokuthi intombazana mase ifika emgangathweni or ezingeni elithize liyiphatha kanjani. So in this 21st century ngisasho namhlanje ukuthi kubalulekile kakhulu ukuphatha kweintombi and there's a lot of teachings esitholayo khona ephatheni ekuhlolweni kweintombi. So uphendule lo baba lapha abuza ngendaba yama tampons mawukuthi uyintombi ehlolayo kunezaluleko ezithizeni njengokuthi ama tampons mawanga setshenziswa ngesimanga sokuthi anophazamisa athikamizise iso lentombazana. So with regards to that, with ukuthi ama tampons kanjani, that's why we advise ukuthi mawukha amanzi rather usebenzise ama sanitary pads.
Well, yeah, it's true that as Uma mentioned, there's a contradictory on the law. There was a heavy debate in Parliament around that particular issue. And the issue was the sexualism ebantwaneni at an early age, in this age as Pelaguyo, for some reasons. Basberger, which is their scientific, the evolution of development, now, if umntwana uqala ukuba sexually active at an early age, and then he has to get the consent from that. Why can't we then, in the abortion law, save women only that portion because of the cases that the nurses and the medical people are experiencing a burden? It was only on that portion within the abortion law. But the Children's Act still remains good to 16 and above. That's the age in which a lot of consenting then can then be encouraged. But the abortion is because of the practical situation where we find ourselves in. It divided all of us, and explanations were given by experts, professors, and so forth. I'm not yet convinced, even when I'm answering now, that we should have gone that particular route. But those who are experts emphasized and said it is necessary. We ought to allow just this exemption on that one.
You know, the Sowetan dialogues are a platform that bring together leaders and communities so that we can discuss issues that affect all of us.